Sitting at over 4 million views, this is the most watched Twitch clip of all time. So yeah, naturally you'd be wondering why. Why is a clip of a dude sleeping, then snoring himself awake, the most watched clip in Twitch history? Well, the true story is even more bizarre than you think. For better or for worse, Twitch has pretty much become a place where you can find anything you're looking for. Want a calm stream to be productive and get work done? You got it. How about someone working their shift at a bar? Or why not a 15-year-old throwing a rave while playing COD? Point is, next to the more traditional realms of gaming, esports, and React content, Twitch is a pretty vast place. But despite all that, despite all the crazy shit you can find without even having to look that hard, the most watched clip of all time isn't really any of those things. The most watched clip in Twitch history is a man snoring away on his couch, abruptly waking up, then laughing. And recently, I've become obsessed with the clip and the man behind it, Jesse D Streams. Fittingly titled The Awakening, the clip's origin dates back all the way to January of 2019 and has since become a part of Twitch's greater lore, with nearly 1 million views more than its next competitor. And yes, the simple answer to why it's so popular could just be, well, of course it is. This is Twitch after all, and out of all the things it could be, of course it's just a dude sleeping. But that isn't a good enough answer for me. So I went to the source himself to ask what he makes of this seemingly life-changing event, and to get to the bottom of what actually happened. Jesse started off as a small and humble streamer who started going live in March of 2018, pretty much playing anything he felt like to the half a dozen people who would hop in his chat. But as an emergency medical dispatcher, Jesse had other priorities. This was simply a hobby to unwind after what I can only assume is a pretty taxing job. That being said, Jesse still did care about the art of streaming and wanted to figure out ways to separate himself from others while still being able to have those genuine conversations he so loved. Thus, the format of chilling on the couch was born.
And when I started streaming, I kind of did this 2-part series type deal. I would stream a game, stream something on like the computer and doing this. And then I had this idea where if I just streamed myself watching TV, you know, and I basically called it chilling on the couch. And I started that after kind of like an after hours type deal where we could talk about anything. We could have this conversation between people.
So yeah, after long days of facilitating medical help to those in desperate need, Jesse was just looking to chat. But on top of working long hours, Jesse and his wife were also moving at the time, so he was pretty tired during a lot of these streams. Now mix that with a comfy couch, chill vibes, and you might just fall asleep. But unbeknownst to Jesse, who was unconscious, the Australians were wide awake, and they thought this was hilarious. After the Aussies circulated Jesse's stream online, hundreds upon hundreds of people began to pour in to watch a man sleep upright. And after the group dwindled down to about 200, still a lot more than Jesse was used to, he finally woke up, understandably confused.
I'm in shock. Yes, I am. There's 213 people here. Holy shit.
I'm just like, oh crap, you know, turn off the stream. But at this time, the chat was just going and going and going, and I was like, what's going on? And I, you know, leaned over to try to figure out what was going on, and then realized, holy crap, there's a whole lot of people that are here. And it got explained to me what had happened, and it just snowballed from there. It was front page Reddit. It was front page, like #1 trending and live stream fails. So even at that point, to me, you know, nothing had ever happened like that to me before. So that was larger than life in my eyes, personally. But when it hit 1 million views, I was like, what is going on here?
Now, as Jesse explained to me, this was hardly the first time he fell asleep on stream, but for whatever reason, this one was the perfect storm and went absolutely viral after hitting live stream fails. By the end of the year, Jesse gained over 4,000 new followers, his infamous clip became the most watched in Twitch history, and he gained a free mattress for his efforts.
For the while, I believed it wasn't real, but apparently Tempur-Pedic saw it and reached out and actually gave me a bed to, and I can still say that I'm sleep sponsored by Tempur-Pedic because of the mattress that they gave us, and they said, we want streamers to have a healthy sleep, and it looks like you might need a healthy sleep, so we want to give you a mattress.
But why? Why did this end up becoming, at least in the English language category, the most watched clip of all time? I have my own theories. First off, people falling asleep and snoring is always funny. Plus, there's something calming about seeing a grown man hit the snoomy me like that. But more importantly, I think there was some sort of secondhand anxiety that got people to tune in the first place. Now, of course, plenty of people sleep on stream. In fact, it's one of the less weird things people get up to these days. Even Jesse himself turned it into a bit of a recurring theme, this time intentionally. But back in 2019, the idea of unknowingly falling asleep was pretty scary. Broadcasting yourself to the world without being aware is almost nightmare fuel. Obviously, Jesse was just sleeping and nothing weird actually happened, but one can only imagine what it'd be like to forget to turn off your stream and go about your day. But I had to ask Jesse, and he had his own explanation, one that's a lot more wholesome than mine. During a time where everyone was gunning for attention, doing increasingly wild things, here was something real, something that couldn't be scripted, a human at their most vulnerable.
I think that it's part of the wholesomeness, as you mentioned, but it's just a genuine and true reaction to being so surprised. It's something that you can't fake. It's something that you can't try to script. And I think specifically at that time, and in the subsequent months and even years after, I think people were so used to scripted stuff, used to planned out, okay, I'm gonna sit here and you're gonna come in and do this, and I'm gonna react this way, and I think it was such a wholesome, true, genuine reaction, and I think people were craving that and striving for that.
So yeah, maybe this clip got so popular because it's funny. Maybe it got popular because it's the most honest thing that's ever happened on the platform. Whatever you think, it's a part of Twitch's history now, even though Twitch, for whatever bizarre reason, refuses to acknowledge it themselves. But despite Twitch not giving Jesse the nod that I think he deserves, he's okay with it. He's fine that this moment never really led to superstardom. Jesse is perfectly fine with his legacy being this clip, a few laughs, and a brand new mattress.
I don't really feel like I need to add anything to it, just because of the simple fact that it's me, it's who I am, it's always going to be a part of me until I die. And I just want people to continue to enjoy that wholesome moment for years and years and years to come.
I also wonder if it maybe has something to do with the thing I brought up where they don't want people getting this idea of Truman Show where I forget to turn off my stream, and that anxiety of oh, we don't want people to associate Twitch of these embarrassing moments where people forget to turn off their stream.